Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Brihaspataye. I am your life coach Manju Pranav. Be the best version of yourself. Today we are going to discuss about how to deal with the hurt or the people who hurt you for no reason and blamed you for no reason. So, having said that, today we can discuss more about living with vengeance or taking revenge for actions in something is always we do, right? Some people we do, some of us we do. Doing a tit for tat cannot be compensate for a pain you have gone through. So, always remember one thing, that doing tit for tat cannot compensate for anything. I got a hurt, you to get hurt, that is not going to work. A life is not going to work in such a way. Instead, you just make small changes in your life. First of all, we need to heal ourselves for the hurt whatever they have given to you. So first of all, we need to heal. We need to understand this first. That is, you might have thoughts like, why me, what I have done, do I deserve this, or you may end up with n number of questions like, do I deserve this, kind of emotional setbacks you will be having, and you may even have the urge to take the revenge. But it's not going to work out, and life is not going to work out in such a way if you just keep on having the same kind of mental trauma or mental thoughts, because it always leave you in much more depression. So instead of that, you change little things in your life, like we should change this mentality altogether. It's everything happen is for good thing. I hope everybody believes in this. Everything a good or bad which is happening in your life is for good. And having said that, it's for our good. What you do is, these are the lessons which we learn in our life, and we would like to teach. Today I would like to teach you all about it, and you also can teach the same thing to your peers or to your reportees, if you are working women or men, if you are a working person, and if you're like even a homemaker, even at home, anywhere it will help you out. So we should change this mentality altogether. It's for our good being, it's all for our well-being. These are the lessons which I have learned in my life, and I would like to teach you all about it. It may be useful for many of you, because we live in a busy schedule, so nobody have the patience. All once in a while, without knowing, either we or from some other people, we get hurt, or either we hurt them. It's not intentionally, sometimes not intentionally even. So taking a revenge or doing a tit for tat can never give you the satisfaction you are longing for. So everybody long for some satisfaction. When you want the success can be measured, but when you want the satisfaction, it's an inner thing, isn't it? So having said that, revenge or doing a tit for tat can never give the satisfaction you were longing for. It will only worsen the situation and deepen the wounds more and more. You will become a more unpleasant person, and you tend to do more of things which are not needed in your life. So you will become more arrogant sometime, or you will get irritated. Sometimes it will lead to deep depressions even. So you become a more unpleasant person, and you will suffer a lot. It's just you keeping the revenge, or for the thought like a tit for tat. So instead, you change few things in your life. It will give you more and more of clarity and happiness. That is like what I am about to say. Maybe tough to adjust for you people, maybe tough for you to accept it, but it is worth it. But it is very much worth it. I'm not asking you to forget whatever people do to you, but learn to feel and see the pain from distance. Something like, you just step away from the problem, and you just stand and think in a third person perspective. So I'm not asking you to forget completely whatever people done. It's very difficult, I do understand, it's an emotional thing. But having said that, but learn to feel the pain. I mean, feel the pain, or to see the pain from the distance. It will work you, and it will create miracles in your life. So analyze and learn from the situations. Having said that, once you come out of the problem, once you stand out of the problem, you start analyze and learn from the situation from a third person's perspective, as if you are a third person. You think in that perspective. If you can do that, you will easily understand that it is not worth your time and efforts which you are feeling so much for somebody's mistake, and you are ruining your own piece of life into pieces of your mind, heart, soul. So always analyze and learn from the situation from a third person perspective. If you can do that, you will easily understand that it is not worth your time and the efforts. So next thing which I want to quote here for you to come out of this kind of pain is more effective way and practical way how you can do that. Keep in your mind always, my dear friends and my dear followers, how I can say, my dear audience, I would like to inform you one thing, and please do keep in your minds. I will tell you this very much strongly. Anything that disturbs you, anything that disturbs our peace of mind, our happiness, whether it may be a person or it may be a situation, just please avoid it. We need to do them, we need to do that. And it's not like there is no pity, or sometimes yeah, of course we invest time with people, we invest so much of trust with the people, sometimes it matters all about the time, effort, and whatever we have given. It's a part of life, I understand, I totally agree with you. But I will tell you this strongly: anything that disturbs our peace of mind or happiness, whether it may be a person or it may be a situation, please do avoid it. We don't need such kind of interactions or disturbances in our life. Trust me, it will create wonders in your life once if you start practicing it. So always keep the things which I have told you in mind. So please discard such kind of people, situation, or things which are all bothering you. Understood, right? So the next thing I want to quote here is: don't be a loser and waste your time worrying about the incidents that the people who have hurt you. It's gone, it's a past. People already, they hurted and they moved on, and they and they don't never ever have the guilt for hurting some people, right? So they never have the blame. If time permits, maybe the time is a good teacher, time is a good guide. They will understand in later part of their life when they go through the same kind of people. But karma is a boomerang, but doing that karmic work is not us. So having said that, don't be a loser and waste your time worrying about the incidents and the people who have hurt you. At the same time, you can't heal your wounds if you do that by hurting them back again. Just you think, okay, he did something, she did something, so I have to do the same thing to make them to understand this pain. No, it's not going to work out in that way. So I always advise you, people, please have don't have lots of vengeance against those who have hurt them. For all those people, try to handle the situation from a distance perspective, or a different perspective, I could say. Just smile and move on. Maybe it is very difficult for you in the beginning to smile and move on when someone is blaming you, someone is irritating you, someone is telling some filthy things that you don't want to hear, and hurting you which you don't deserve. But it's worth if you do it. Always remember one thing. Always remember whatever I have told you in the beginning of this video session. It will be difficult in the beginning to handle such kind of insult. You may get anger, you get frustrated, you feel irritated, not interested to do anything, sometimes skipping the food, no sleep, talking about the same thing, and almost repeating the things, and you spoil your mind. That person who hurted you, they will be happily chilling out somewhere with their circle, with their people, with their priorities, with no other guilt which you are feeling that they should understand. No, they are not going to understand. Just if you take the vengeance, if you do tick for tack, they are not going to understand. It will make them to make you more enemy. They start treating you like a hardcore enemy. Maybe you are not that, you are very such a nice person, maybe you are a sensitive kind person, but when you take the vengeance, it's always be it end up in something that you will be seen as an arrogant person. But nobody understand when you take the tick for tat what the pain you got when they blamed you, when they hurted you for no reason, for nothing you have done. For example, you just take in college, or maybe you take in yeah, you take an example of a college. There will be a student, maybe he didn't do anything by mistake. Maybe that philosopher or the lecturer, he or she thinks that maybe the person named Sai Ram or Sri Ram, maybe some other name, something like what should I call some name, and okay, Radha or any other name. So just like that, or Sneha or any other name, Pooja, anything. So when so X and Y, XYZ, you just keep it XYZ. That person didn't do any wrong. So, but for somebody's others mistake, maybe the lecturer thought some instead of person A B C, sometime lecturer thought every mistake was by XYZ. Okay, so just because of that, you cannot take vengeance on your lecturer. At the same time, you cannot take the vengeance on ABC. So if you just start smiling and move on, it will be good for you. Instead, if you start taking vengeance or doing some tick for tat, ma'am, I didn't do the why this lecturer has done this and all. Maybe you can take a stand to make one word that you didn't do. If it's going against you, and it's always better to keep quiet instead of going and fighting with them. And at the same time, you cannot take vengeance with ABC, because ABC is such a wrong person and you are a good person. You haven't done anything, you just show your vengeance because you only know the truth that you haven't done anything, but outside world they know, think that you have done something. When time comes, keeping that vengeance, if you go to that person ABC and you start fighting with them, obviously your character, your anger, whatever the blames which you got, that will be a great thing, and people start believing whatever you are doing is correct. So instead, keep quiet. It will be difficult in the beginning, but for few times, trust me honestly, but it for few but for it will be very much difficult for a person in the beginning, but after a few times you will only have a smile and a reason to learn in the end. So you always learn something in the end. Next time you will be very cautious, and you don't keep yourself as a prey for others to blame you or to stick on to those kind of activities. So having said that, you will only have a smile and lesson to learn in the end. You will develop a attitude to handle it well in the future. Maybe in your it will help you till the last breath of yours. You will develop an attitude to handle it well in the future. So trust me, always taking vengeance is not going to help you. So instead of that, I'll strongly tell you, try it boldly. Whatever the techniques which I have shared with you right now, try it boldly. No, courage, take some courage to come out of that and stand in that and take that boldly. Share your comments if you have anything, if you want to say, you feel like it is not correct, it is not the way you take, or maybe something which happened in your life that which you want to share with me, you are most welcome, and you can comment right below this video. And I also request you, we need to create a society that has a clarity. Ultimately, we need to lead a happy life, not a burden life. I hope this video helped you more to progress in your life when you get some hurt or blame without doing anything. I thank you so much for watching my video in many forms, whichever the forms that you are watching me or you're hearing my podcast. However, thank you so much for watching Brihaspataye. be the best version of yourself. I'm your life coach, soft skills trainer, motivational and inspirational speaker. I'm entrepreneur. If you and I also request you, if anybody is not subscribed to my channel, I request you all to subscribe to my channel, like, share, and hit the bell icon, which is right next to the subscribe button. It will help you to share more. And also, if you have any comments, I have you're most welcome to quote your comments right below the video. It will give me more of confidence, or also it will give me most inspiration to create such wonderful contents which will help, which is more needed for the current life. So let me quickly summarize few things which we have discussed. Is like living vengeance or taking revenge for actions is something always is not a good thing. So instead of that, what we can do is something like, first of all, we need to heal. For that thing, we need to come out of the problem. So we have to come and stand outside as a third person, as a stranger. Then we will understand, and we will understand we have to move on. And also just smile and cross it instead of having a vengeance. It always gives you so much of pain, and you always think in a third person's perspective. So those are the things which we have discussed. I hope this video was so much helpful for you. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.